Whoa, boy. What a day. Let's just make sure that everyone can see me. Got a mic here. Yeah, I can see me. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Johnny Gaudreau saga that it's become on day one of free agency here in 2022. I did allow myself to get hurt again. There were three teams most of the day in on Johnny Gaudreau, and a fourth popped up, and then a third dropped out. So we're back to three teams. The Flyers, a team that I thought looked determined to move everything they could to make it possible. And from Emily Kaplan's reporting, it sounded like that was the desired destination for Johnny Gaudreau. Just couldn't make it happen in terms of parting with whatever draft picks it took to get rid of the 1 year and $7 million left of JVR. That's pretty interesting to me. I really, really thought that when you do the PR disaster of getting rid of Oscar Lindblom, a guy who you've championed, for beating cancer and getting back on the ice, when you buy him out, I thought that signaled that the Flyers were gonna do whatever it took to get Johnny Gaudreau, and that wasn't the case. And we found that out at 5:00 when Chuck Fletcher, said as much, confirmed it. It's like source me, literally me. So really, really weird situation there. I don't even know what to do with that. This is a little bit less structured because I went live with it. I guess I'll give me a sec to put. I didn't really think this one out because, I didn't really think this one out because I didn't think it was going to happen tonight. So, if you'll excuse me for a moment while I go to twitter.com. Oh, one moment. There we go. It's tweeted. All right, so I've got Twitter also up here on the side to kind of give me a heads up if anything changes. I do remember the Islanders getting so close to Panarin, which is part of the reason I didn't let myself get too invested in this. I got very invested, but I was immersed in that one. But I'm seeing from Pierre LeBrun, can also confirm that Calgary's last offer was 8 years, $10.5 million. So as expected, the star UFA leaves. Money on the table to go east. Now, it's incredible because it's being reported as 7 years, 9.8. So obviously leaving money on the table. But I thought the whole point of this, and maybe this is a misunderstanding, I thought the whole point of this was to get back home. And, getting back home, I think everyone took as Philly. Basically the power rankings that I put the other day on Twitter. Philly, Jersey, or the Islanders. And, the Islanders or Jersey thing would come down to, I guess, how much was he willing to sacrifice to win the cup? I had started thinking literally minutes before, this all went down. Actually, I let myself get hyped up because I saw a lot of buzz about the Islanders neck and neck with the Devils. And, we saw Columbus get involved. And my first thought was, Columbus is probably trying to drive up the price for a couple of divisional opponents and make sure that they pay every penny. But Jarmo Kekalainen is a madman, and this is not fun for me getting excited about it. I wore the Calgary jersey after I heard the Flyers were out of it because I was like, oh, there's a chance. But yeah, like I said, I didn't think Columbus would be that big a threat because of the location thing. I thought, oh, Johnny Gaudreau's talked, or it's been reported that Johnny Gaudreau wants to go home, and he'll take less money if it means going home. Then we saw Ray Ferraro today on TSN talking about, well, I think the Islanders are a good fit because they're a bigger team than Jersey, and they could surround him with bigger players. And I was prepared for the Islanders to give up what it took because I figured, kind of like with JVR, that the Islanders, what I thought the Flyers would do with JVR, they didn't end up doing this, but I thought the Islanders would do whatever it took to trade Josh Bailey if it meant, that's what it took. Because keep in mind, the Islanders have $11 million in cap space, and they have to re-sign Dobson and Romanov. That was kicking around in my head, and I was like, this is going to be really, really, literally impossible unless we make a trade, and we know that that's a lot. Lou Lamoriello, it was shocking to see him make the Romanov trade. And I talked about, I guess we'll talk about, the wider effects of this now for the Islanders. We had talked about, what's this going to do, the Romanov trade to the rest of the offseason, because, all right, it's okay that you use the draft pick to address defense, because I thought the defensive market wasn't fantastic at left-handed D, because the Islanders needed a left-handed D man. I thought Sherratt would get too much. Islanders and Devils, welcome to the Ryan Strome sweepstakes. I will die. So I was talking about the Romanov thing. I did, eventually come around to, okay, all right, probably a little bit steep with the price for Alexander Romanov. Maybe he'll play up to it. We'll see. Was excited for the possibility of JT Miller. We started getting excited for that when that name was kicked around at the draft. But now, Pacioretty got traded for nothing, and that hurts. That one, of all the ones today, there were a lot of signings today. David Braun, Burakovsky. The Pacioretty one kills because, again, it's divisional opponent getting better and not giving up assets. I figure that Lou was probably so invested, this is my speculation, was so invested in the Gaudreau situation that he probably didn't really check in, and also probably didn't figure that it would be for free. I'm sorry, I'm also looking at tweets on the body. The Islanders, it is really frustrating. What do the Islanders have to do to get a free agent to sign here? There are things to do. I do live on the island. Until recently, I'm leaving a job for a different one. And that job, I couldn't really do anything on the island. This is all over the place stream. But there are things to do, and you're very close to the city. So he left money on the table to go to Ohio, which I've already seen tweeted multiple times. Things are dire here for me. And for the Islanders, it really looks like what I said in the video the other night before I let myself get a little bit excited, which is most likely this team's probably going to end up looking pretty similar to what they had right after the Romanov trade. So now, obviously, you have to sign the RFAs, and I still think you probably have to move Josh Bailey because you have to go after a JT Miller, you have to go after a Vlad Tarasenko, and you don't have as many assets to do it anymore, and you don't exactly have a sparkling minor league system, and the guys that are good in the minor league system, you don't really want to trade. They're not going to trade Atu Ratu. They're not going to trade the guys they just drafted, probably. So, oh boy, really, 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 really rough spot, I think, for us here. Not really sure. He should be fired tonight, David and Max. Yeah. I mean, the max is even more than a reasonable cost. There's no word for it other than free. So that one hurts a ton because Pacioretty is still a good player, and it's only one more year. And yeah, that's a really tough pill to swallow. And at this point, if you don't get JT Miller or Vlad, I think, I do think Lou starts the year as the GM. I don't think he gets fired in the offseason. However, basically, if I were the owners, I'd be like, hey, hitting him on the shoulder, this better freaking work. Because if it doesn't, and the Islanders start off mediocre again, Lou is fired. He's very fired. So hopefully the stream is still working. It's a little bit slow on my computer here. But yeah. Oh, man. What a difficult thing. If I were a Calgary fan, really interested to hear what Calgary fans think because, hey, buddy, you left money on the table, and I thought you were going home at least. I think if you were a Calgary fan, at least, if you went to Philly or Jersey or the Islanders, you'd be like, all right, it sucks, but he had been planning this, or not planning. He had given indications of that. For him to go 8 hours away from home, and leave money on the table, really strange. Give me 1 sec. Yeah. All right. Good. Seems like we're okay. It's just my laptop buffering. Yep. Not sure what to do now. What do we have on the old Twitter machine? Lou takes all the fun out of free agency, but a Gaudreau signing could change all that. Yep. Fun. I think the only good thing to take out of this, is that I'm searching for things. We're not Vegas. We're not trading guys for free yet. I think I would trade Josh Bailey for free, though. Okay, so maybe I do want to be Vegas in that regard. Not sure what to do from here. It's got to be JT Miller. It's got to be Vlad Tarasenko. Really, at this point, anything less than that is a complete, a disastrous failure. If I were Matt Barzal, I would probably look in the mirror a lot more. That's like an attractive joke, but that made it sound like look myself in the mirror and see what I'm gonna do here. It feels like if I were him, maybe I'd start plotting course for leaving. Man, very dire stuff here because I do not think that the team, once they signed Dobson and Romanov, I'm not super convinced of that team. They really can't trade Varley anymore because the goalie market is gone. So that's one fewer way that they can do this. Very, 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 very disheartening. Give me 1 sec. See if I can fix that. Oh, something for Kadri? There we go. Hopefully help the internet down here. I had seen somebody talk about Kadri on I'm filming on my phone. I have my laptop out here. Just to keep track of stuff. Give me a moment. Search your own YouTube channel. It's probably good for the algorithm. Man, my internet just shot out. Alrighty. Well, I guess there's not much more to say anyway now. I pretty much said everything that needs to happen now. JT Miller, I don't... Kadri, 32 years old, I don't see him hitting that point total again, especially with us. He's a center. We're mostly good at center, except if you want to move Barzy to the first line wing. Yes. Pit of despair. I am in the pit of despair. Don't know what to do with this. My internet has gone out. I don't even know if people are seeing this right now. I'm going to have to get up to look at the... How dare you? Get up to look at the chat. Definitely don't need... Yeah. Okay. But at least I can tell that it's still going on the phone. Yeah. The Kadri thing, probably it would be too much, and it's not. I don't know if he's an. I know he's not an 85-point player with the Islanders. I was hesitant about all of the Avs players just because, when you're playing with that talented a team, you're going to score that much, and they're a high-flying team. So, but yeah, the Islanders point totals are going to decrease here. Again, I'm talking like we still have Trotz, but I can't imagine it being like night and day. You do have a Trotz, acolyte, disciple. Go to thesource.com and find some more for that. Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say. Probably going to end it in a sec. I just wanted to see, because I'm having trouble with my internet, if there's any other comments to respond to. Thank you guys for commenting. Oh, man. I was actually... So I had set up the jerseys behind me, figuring that today was over, and... we might hear overnight, but kind of just set up each team's situation as they head into day 2 of it, but we're not going to hit a day 2. I'm really, really curious to see some of the more explanations and stuff for this. I hope I didn't jump the gun on anything. I don't think I did. Like I said, the Panarin thing a couple years ago, I think there was one reporter that was like, yeah, it's as good as done. And so I've been hurt ever since and terrified ever since of myself doing something like that. So this hurts. We will find out more in the coming days. I will tweet. Don't worry, I'll tweet harder. And if it looks like I've been tweeting hard already because I'm sweating, it's probably because I had to turn the fan off to film. I threw on a jersey, and yeah, there's that. I have to be sitting today because I lost the piece that holds up the board against the wall as well. So, yeah, it's one of those days. Anywho, take one more look at the chat and then probably go. What is everybody saying? Nah. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Waiting and commiserating. Yep. So I guess I'll keep waiting for Cyberpunk to download and hope that it's gotten better since the last time I've played it. All right, that's it. Goodbye.